Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we're building a volcano kind of house in Sulani, and it's right underneath the volcano. That's why it's a volcano house. Really shocking right there. But I made it so it's kind of looks like it could maybe survive a volcano, but to be fair, it's a good 20 feet from the mouth of the volcano. It's not gonna live if the volcano explodes. Not in The Sims. In The Sims, it'll probably be okay because it'll just have a big rock that just hits the house and probably just melts the front porch or something. I don't actually know. I think it just kind of sets a fire and you just gotta put it out and then you get a crystal or something. I don't play on this lot ever, but I have built on it a good 3 times, so I am definitely qualified to talk about the volcanoes. But in real life, this entire thing would be burned to the ground, covered in ash, and destroyed. So but it's all about the look because it's The Sims, so it doesn't really matter. So it's all good. But it's got concrete looking windows, which you can't make a window out of concrete, I think, but they're gray, so obviously that's definitely how that works. But I felt like it looked more like it could maybe survive a volcano, so they attempted to make it a little bit volcano proof. And then the roof would fully go up in flames though, because it's whatever that texture is, the all natural looking stuff. I'm really not qualified to be talking about anything volcano proof, so that's okay. But it's kind of contradictory because part of it would just fully burn up in flames, and the other's it's concrete, so it's kind of fun. The walls are made out of the big brick stuff that I use usually on the insides of houses, but this one's all gray and stuff like that. But I thought it looked kind of cute, and it would be kind of fun to live here. And it's got a bunch of plants and stuff, so it's been a little bit since the volcano erupted. But, all of the stuff has grown partially back, and, someone has been stupid enough to build a house here, so, obviously that's okay. But I thought it looked kind of cool, and also these windows from Snowy Escape, I really like them, and I've never used them in a non-wood color, so I kind of wanted to use them for that. And I also thought it was kind of cool to have, these big patios and stuff everywhere, because, you're right next to the ocean, you're on an island, and you're next to a volcano, so everything's, really pretty next to here. So you want to go out on your little patio and look everywhere. And I use these doors also from Snowy Escape, and you can see me partially because it's sped up, but I sat there in awe at the patterns on them, because I didn't know that they had because one of them has birds, one of them has mountains. I didn't know that. I don't think I've ever used the doors in the first place, but I've never used them in those patterns either, and I haven't seen them, and so I thought that was kind of cool. And so I just kind of sit there going, looking at them for a little bit, and I thought that was really fun. And I also use these lights from, also might be Snowy Escape, I'm not really sure, but I thought I like them, and I usually only use them in kids' rooms. I'm not really sure why. I don't know, they just kind of look kind of childish, but I like them a lot, so I wanted to use them in this house. And also they provide a lot of lighting. They're really good lights, but I just never use them, so I don't know. But I wanted to use them on this one, and so they look really cool. And so on the inside I basically just go for the gray, and then some yellow, and then just this light medium-ish wood. And so I thought that fit with both the inside and the outside. And also I put these little things on the outside of the windows. I don't know what I was going for, but they look cool. So, and they add some texture to the walls. So I don't know, they're there, and it's kind of fun. But I guess that is about it for the house. So I am going to move on to some of the things that I've done this week. The first one is that I had to take 2 world history tests this week, one on Wednesday, one on Thursday. The first one is an SBMC, which is a stimulus-based multiple choice, so it's just multiple choice questions, but you've got a text above it that you answer the questions sometimes based on the prompt. Sometimes you base them off the prompt, sometimes they're just this random fact that you learned the 3rd day you learned this? Yeah, we're gonna need you to recall that real quick. And then sometimes it'll need you to refer to the text, but a lot of the time it's usually just pick the one that's not stupid sounding. And so if anybody there's a lot of kids in my class that are not that good at them. It's not a secret because she talks about it all of the time, how bad everybody is at this. But I don't think they're that hard. I don't even study for them. Well, I've studied for them once, and that's because she forced us to do it for 30 minutes before we took the test, and I just think that that's stupid, because I was fully prepared, and then she was like, okay, you're gonna study now, so that made me more stressed, because then, I got more build up for, stress, and so it was pretty bad, but I got like an 11 out of 14, so not that bad, but apparently that's pretty good for, how everybody did, because we're going over it next when we get back from spring break. She's going to just like, go over how we're supposed to answer those questions and how we're supposed to like read them to like get more points, because apparently it went pretty bad. And so she's like, no, we're just gonna maybe help us out a little bit. And so I don't know, but those, and then the SAQs, which is just short answer questions, answering some questions in like paragraph form, those I think are really easy. And then like the LEQ is the only one I have like real issues with, and that's because I have to remember stuff, and my memory is really, really fun. And so when I need information, it's like, no. And so, that's fine. But we also had a DBQ, which is a database question. It's basically the same thing as the multiple choice, except you write an essay based on it. It's not really an essay, it's 3 paragraphs, but I swear it feels like an essay when you're doing it. And so, but they're big paragraphs. But, to be fair, they're also handwritten, so it hurts really badly. And because you got to speed write, because you're not going to get it done if you don't speed write. And so, it was a whole thing. But I don't think they're that hard to do, because you just got to look at the writing, you got to skim the writing, find the main point, write it on your T-chart thing, and then you gotta put it into this formula, and then you put it on paper. The only part that's hard is the outside evidence, for the same reason I don't like the LAQs, which is the DBQ without documents and stuff, is because you gotta figure it out on your own. And so, the outside evidence was a little bit bad, but we got the causes of World War II, the like unresolved issues, which we had a whole debate about, which I talked about, and so that was all good. It was a very good DBQ. I am looking forward to slightly my grade on that, because I think I need an 18 out of 21 to keep my grade an A, because I got a C plus on that SPMC, which is 11 out of 14 is a C plus. Doesn't feel like a C plus, but to be fair, C plus is good for the that class, so it's all good. But it pushed my grade down from a 92 to a 90, so we will see if it remains an A. But not really sure, but I'm trying to keep the 4.0 GPA just a little bit longer, just a slight bit longer, but we will see. I also had a French test this week, and I was kind of nervous for that one just because I didn't know what was going to be on it, and also like anytime we have to do speaking, it's not that it's bad, it's just that it's nerve-wracking because you got to do it like in front of everybody, and all going at the same time, so it's a bunch of stuff. But we didn't have to do speaking, which was really good. Thought we were going to have to do, because like it was a whole like end of unit thing. We haven't done a speaking test in a while, so I thought she was gonna just be like, yeah, you get a speaking thing tomorrow, but it was actually just a front and back side of piece of paper, and it was actually just a bunch of multiple choice questions, and the only ones that were not multiple choice were in English. The ones that were not multiple choice that were over 1 word answers were in English. So, but it was over fortified castles, because we're learning like another past tense, but we're learning the imparfait. If you know anything about French, if you don't, just mind that. But we're doing that, but we're learning it through fortified castles. It's okay, but it's really funny, because that if when you tell people what you're learning in French and you're just like, fortified castles, we learned what servants did in the middle of a castle. We learned how to build them. Yep, that's just what we've been doing in French for 2 weeks, and it's kind of funny, but it was very easy. Got 100% on that one, so all good with that. And it was just basically just like fill in the like verb endings, complete some like, with the pronouns, and like match the like words and stuff like that. And it was very, very easy. And so when I heard like what was on it, I was like, oh, we all good. It's all good. So I was only really worried about the DBQ this week, but it actually went pretty good. I feel pretty confident that I didn't fail, but we will see if my grade supports that. And so, not really sure, but I feel like I did good, and so, I don't know. Also, in zoology, we started this project. It's like a video project, so if you know what WeVideo is, it's like an editing software for, I'm going to put elementary schoolers, because one, it sucks. For one, I can never get it to work properly, and also it's very fidgety, but it's also a free editing software. I'm using a free editing software right now, but like, it's much worse. It's like really terrible, and I think that might be also partially because it's on a school computer that we're trying to do it, but we have to do like all of these video projects on WeVideo, and I just think that's stupid because like I have editing past, like I have 2 years of editing that I've done, and WeVideo makes it look like I have never even seen a camera before. So, you know, but I'm doing it on Nidarians, which is like jellyfish, sea anemones. I don't know if I cannot pronounce that word, which I feel like is a pretty common thing, but I know how to spell it, so it's okay. And then like sea stars and stuff like that. So, but like all 6 of 7 of us picked the Nidarians to do, and then one of them did like a different group, but we were all like scared that we were all gonna have the exact same topic. But that's okay. There were 7 of us, so it's not like 20 of us picked the same thing. But I feel like, you know, the jellyfish are a little bit more fun to research than the roundworms, but you know, you do you, I guess. But that is about it for today's video, so I'm probably going to end it right here as it is almost screenshots time. But subscribe if you did like today's video or if you want to see more like this. But I do post 4 videos a week, so you can watch another video next time. Bye!